Ever heard the saying, easy come, easy go? For these stars, it couldn't be more true. Imagine being at the top of the world with fame, fortune, and fans, only to lose it all. Crazy, right? But it's not just bad luck. Sometimes it's overspending, legal trouble, or unexpected life twists. Today, we're counting down 10 famous people who went from being super rich to totally broke. Their journeys will shock you, inspire you, and maybe even teach you a thing or two. Starting off at number 10 is an actor whose fall was just as dramatic as his rise. 10. Brendan Fraser. At number 10, we have Brendan Fraser, the action star who went from blockbuster hits to financial struggles. You probably remember him as the heroic adventurer in The Mummy, but while Fraser was entertaining millions, his personal life was falling apart. Years of performing his own stunts left him with severe injuries, requiring multiple surgeries and long recoveries. These setbacks, combined with rising medical expenses, stalled his career. Fraser also faced a painful divorce, with hefty alimony and child support payments further draining his bank account. To make things worse, he spoke out about being a victim of assault in Hollywood, which he believes led to him being sidelined in the industry. But Fraser's story doesn't end there. His recent role in The Whale earned him an Oscar, marking one of Hollywood's greatest comebacks. It's proof that resilience and talent can help you bounce back from even the toughest times. 9. Mike Tyson. Coming in at number 9 is Mike Tyson, the boxing legend who earned a fortune and then blew it all. Tyson made over $400 million during his career, but his spending was as wild as his punches. He splurged on mansions, luxury cars, extravagant jewelry, and even pet tigers. By 2003, Tyson's finances were in shambles, and he filed for bankruptcy, revealing he was $23 million in debt. His lavish lifestyle wasn't the only issue. Legal troubles, costly divorces, and poor financial decisions all contributed to his downfall. At one point, he was forced to sell off nearly everything, including his iconic pet tigers. Tyson didn't stay down for the count, though. He reinvented himself as a successful entrepreneur, launching a cannabis business and hosting a popular podcast. Today, Tyson is a prime example of how to recover after hitting rock bottom. 8. Toni Braxton. At number 8, we have Toni Braxton, the queen of soulful ballads, who faced not one but two financial disasters. Despite selling millions of albums and winning Grammys, Braxton shocked fans in 1998 by filing for bankruptcy. How could someone so successful end up broke? It turns out unfair contracts and mismanagement left her with little to show for her success. Unfortunately, her financial troubles didn't end there. In 2010, Braxton filed for bankruptcy again, citing debts of over $10 million. Health problems, including a lupus diagnosis, forced her to cancel shows, cutting off a major source of income. Still, she rebuilt her career through reality TV with Braxton Family Values and continued releasing music. 7. Wesley Snipes. Next up at number 7, we have Wesley Snipes, the action star best known for his role in the Blade trilogy. At one point, Snipes was one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood, but his financial downfall came in the form of unpaid taxes. Snipes earned millions but failed to pay the IRS for years, believing he didn't legally owe taxes due to bad advice from shady financial advisors. This led to a massive debt of $23.5 million. In 2008, he was convicted of tax evasion and served nearly 3 years in federal prison. The time away from Hollywood didn't just damage his reputation, it also left his finances in ruins. 6. Nicolas Cage. At number 6 is Nicolas Cage, the man with a larger-than-life personality and an even bigger spending problem. Cage earned hundreds of millions from blockbuster films, but his love for extravagant purchases quickly drained his fortune. Cage didn't just buy mansions, he bought castles, exotic cars, rare artifacts, and even a dinosaur skull. At one point, he owned over 15 homes, including one haunted mansion. But as his spending spiraled out of control, his debts piled up. By 2009, Cage owed millions to the IRS and had to sell off most of his assets. Rather than giving up, Cage kept working, taking on nearly every movie role offered to him. While some of those films weren't critical hits, they helped him climb out of debt. 5. MC Hammer. At number 5, it's MC Hammer, the iconic rapper whose hit song, You Can't Touch, this defined the 90s. Hammer earned an estimated $70 million at the height of his fame, but his excessive lifestyle quickly turned that fortune into a financial nightmare. Hammer was known for his generosity, employing a staff of over 200 people and buying a $30 million mansion complete with a gold-plated gate. Add in luxury cars, designer clothes, and bad investments, and his money vanished faster than it came. By 1996, he filed for bankruptcy, owing over $13 million. Though Hammer's days of superstardom are behind him, he found a second act as a tech entrepreneur and minister. He now preaches financial wisdom, sharing lessons from his mistakes. At number 4, we have Pamela Anderson, the Baywatch star who became one of the most recognized faces in the world. But while she was raking in money during her TV heyday, Anderson's finances took a serious hit due to poor decisions and unexpected expenses. She faced mounting debts from unpaid taxes, home renovations, and failed investments. At one point, she owed over $1 million to the IRS and was forced to sell off her Malibu mansion. Anderson's legal battles and expensive divorces also added to her financial stress. Despite these challenges, Pamela has kept going, working on various projects and using her platform to advocate for animal rights and environmental causes. 3. Merle Oberon. At number 3, we have Merle Oberon, one of Hollywood's most glamorous stars. Known for her role in Wuthering Heights, Merle seemed to have it all: fame, fortune, and beauty. But behind the spotlight, things weren't so perfect. Merle's financial troubles began later in life when her spending habits caught up with her. From expensive homes to a love for luxury, she spent more than she saved. On top of that, she didn't have the best financial advice and made some poor investments. As her health declined, the medical bills added to her money problems. She tried to keep her struggles private, maintaining her image of success for as long as she could. Sadly, her financial problems overshadowed her final years. 2. Burt Reynolds. At number 2, we have Burt Reynolds, one of the biggest stars of the 70s and 80s. Burt was the face of Hollywood blockbusters like Smokey and The Bandit, and his charm made him a fan favorite. But his taste for the good life led to big financial trouble. Burt spent millions on luxury homes, a private jet, fancy cars, and even his own ranch. He also made some risky investments that didn't pay off. On top of that, his divorce from Lonnie Anderson and declining movie offers added to his money woes. By the 1990s, Burt was forced to file for bankruptcy, owing over $10 million. 1. Judy Garland. And finally, at number 1, it's Judy Garland, the unforgettable star of The Wizard of Oz. Judy captured hearts around the world, but her personal life was far from a fairy tale. Judy earned millions during her career, but her money was often mismanaged by others, leaving her struggling to stay afloat. She faced constant financial pressures, from unpaid taxes to mounting debts. Add to that her battles with mental health and substance abuse, and things became even harder for her to handle. By the end of her life, Judy was broke, performing in small venues just to make ends meet. She passed away in 1969, so there you have it. 10 famous people who went from riches to rags. Thanks for watching. If you loved this video, don't forget to like and hit that subscribe button for more amazing stories. Got a favorite celebrity comeback tale? Drop it in the comments below. We'd love to hear it. Turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. See you next time.